So what year was it?
Good afternoon, everybody. Great to see you all. We're going to get started in a moment, so we'll get started here in just a minute. My name is Ed Beach. I handle media relations for the Drury University Athletics Department, and I'll kind of run down a little bit about what you can expect in the next few moments once we get started. We've got some copies of the news release here. We'll have additional copies of those for those media members that need it. And as soon as we're done today, it'll be posted on social media and the Drury website and drurypanthers.com right after we begin. In a moment when we start, I'll be introducing the Drury University president, Dr. Tim Cloyd, who will then introduce the next vice president and director of athletics at Drury University. They'll both be making statements. Then afterwards, we will take some questions from members of the media. And then also, I know that for those media members, they'll like some one-on-one interview time as well, and we'll be able to assist with that. I can help you with it. There's several of you, only one of me. Want to introduce a couple of other people. One of them, Jasmine Bailey, if you could wave to us. She is the university's director of public and media relations. Started here in December. She's been really helpful in putting this news conference together in addition to all of our materials and making today happen. So she'd be happy to assist with you in this as well and any kind of follow-up. In a moment, we'll start, so I'll make sure that we're ready, and we'll get this underway in just a second. All right, everyone, I think we're ready to get this underway. And let me now introduce the president of Drury University, Dr. Tim Cloyd.
Thank you, Ed. Thank all of you for joining us on this special day. This is an exciting day for Drury University and Drury Athletics as we welcome home a member of the Drury family, Nyla Milleson. Nyla will be our next Vice President and Director of Athletics. Serving for 8 years as the founding coach of the Lady Panthers, Nyla Milleson established a culture that has endured, as she did at Glendale, as she did at Junction City, as she did at MSU and George Mason. She has 35 years of experience in coaching, and I say she started when she was 10. But we look forward to the care and love that Nyla has that she's bringing here for Drury University. We look forward to her relationship-focused leadership, and we look forward to her emotional intelligence. Without further ado, the person you came to celebrate, Nyla Milleson.
Wow. I'm glad I have grown and matured over the last 15 years since I left here. And maybe my emotions won't overtake me, but I'm not going to make any promises. Wow. I feel like I've put on my scarlet shoes. Look at me. I can't get into the first sentence. I feel like I've put on my scarlet shoes. I've clicked my heels and made the wish, there is no place like home. And just like Dorothy, I am home. I am where I belong. What a blessing to return to Drury University as your next Vice President and Director of Athletics. I want to thank President Dr. Tim Cloyd, the Drury Board of Trustees, Chair of the Board, Rita Barron, the Athletic Committee, and Committee Chair, Beth Pyle, for believing in me, for trusting in me to lead this storied athletic program. I am humble and grateful for this unbelievable opportunity to return to Drury. I would be remiss if I didn't mention and thank my Hollister family. Dr. Brian Wilson, Superintendent, Drury alums, Dr. Sean Woods and Dr. Jared Terry, and Dr. Rachel Hodges for allowing me to return to the Ozarks last spring and for their unwavering support of me in this transition. Thank you to my Hollister family. In my 30 plus years of my coaching career, and Dr. Cloyd, you're close, I started at 12. Can you believe it's 23 years ago that I stood over in that lobby and started the women's basketball program? Unbelievable journey I have been on. So in my 30 plus years in my coaching career, I have been blessed beyond measure. But however, standing here today may be the biggest blessing of all. Woo! I feel a tremendous sense of pride to return the place that I started my collegiate coaching career. I am so excited to work with our coaches, our staff, our student athletes, and the Drury community. Drury is a special place. It's unique. It's part of the fabric of Southwest Missouri and Springfield. This institution's illustrious alumni and their accomplishments are legendary. Drury Athletics has been an important part of that, and it's my hope to continue that storied tradition. Throughout my coaching career, and I promise you I won't get through any of this. Throughout my coaching career, I have been mentored by some incredible people. I think back to my high school AD, Mr. Charles Bray, and the impact he had on me personally and as a young student athlete. It was at the inception of Title IX so many years ago that I began my athletic career in Goodland, Kansas. Mr. Bray made sure we as female athletes were given the same opportunity as our male counterparts. For that, I will forever be grateful. Up until his death a few years ago, he continued to follow me and support me as I navigated my coaching days. Bob Hellerud was the athletic director that gave me my first head coaching position in the mid-'80s at Junction City High School. He supported and mentored me through those early years of coaching. Who knows where I might be had he not taken a chance on me. The late Dr. Bruce Harger was a remarkable man and a tremendous leader. I remember if it was yesterday, I said 23 years ago, when I received a call from Dr. Harger that Drury was starting a women's basketball team. He asked if I would be interested in becoming the coach. After visiting with Dr. Harger, Bob Coward, President John Moore, Dan Cashel, and several other people on campus, it was clear Drury would be a great fit for me. The principles and guidance that Dr. Harger and Barb provided allowed me to continue to grow both professionally and personally. I was able to start this program from scratch as we didn't even have a basketball, a uniform, a locker room, and let's get real, a player. But it all worked out pretty good. We found some. But we went to work, and it was the start of something pretty special. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever envision I would have the opportunity to come back and serve in this capacity. And I'm going to stop for just a second. Any of you that were Lady Panthers, go ahead and stand up. I think Bethany's back there. I know there's several others that sent the well wishes. But perhaps the biggest influence in my life, short of my parents, is the athletic director, the mentor, my friend, and the godfather of Drury athletics, Dr. Edsel Matthews. Dr. Matthews hired me to Glendale High School, get a load of this one, 30 years ago. He saw something in a small town western Kansas kid that I probably did not even see in myself. He believed in me. He mentored me. He took me under his wing. He told me to teach those kids how to pitch it and catch it. We X'd and O'd on napkins over lunch. My entire career from that point on is because of you, Dr. Matthews. I will never be able to repay you, but I promise you I will work hard for this university and athletic department, just like you did, and just like you have taught me. Your influence on my life and that of my family is immeasurable. Dr. Matthews, thank you to you and Becky. Relationships are the cornerstone of my being. Relationships are what it's all about. It is perhaps what I do best, and it is evidenced by this incredible group of people gathered here today. The majority of you I've built a relationship with in some form or fashion. Whether you are a colleague, I had the privilege of you calling me coach, former assistants, or simply just my friends. I have tried to live my life doing the right thing and treating people as I would like to be treated. I'm excited about rekindling old relationships and building new ones with our department, our university, and our community. While my return to Drury will not be on the floor, I will be game planning with our administrative team and coaches to make sure we are the best we can be. I understand the Drury way. I have lived it. I will be a servant leader for our department, stressing the core values of excellence, integrity, respect, and accountability. We will have excellence in everything we do. We will build relationships so that we care for each other and have a responsibility towards each other. We will respect each other. We will be an athletic department that will act with integrity, making sure to always have strong ethics as we represent Drury. And lastly, we will be accountable to ourselves, to each other, to our student athletes, our university, and our community. Academic excellence will be at the forefront of what we do. We will recruit student athletes that are fit for Drury. Drury's reputation for strong academics programs, outstanding faculty, and successful alumni is second to none. I believe there is a direct correlation to successful students and to the success in your respective sport. We will provide a positive student-athlete experience at Drury University. There has never been a more difficult time for our society, including our student athletes, than we face today. COVID has taken so many things from us. Our student athletes need us to help support them physically, mentally, socially, and spiritually. Drury is a place that can and will provide these day-to-day support and services, provide great game day atmospheres, and a positive collegiate career. This support does not stop with our student athletes, but to our coaches and our staff as well. We sometimes forget we as adults need that positive reinforcement and sense of support also. So many times in the past couple of years, I would have loved for someone to say, "Hey, coach, how are you doing?" I will do my best to be that leader that offers that support. I will care about the people I serve. We will compete for championships. Drury athletics is rich in tradition. We are the university that others love to hate and would rather not have us on their schedule. We won't talk about a 19-0 season one year, but you all know what I'm talking about. And I'm not bitter or anything. We have won many national championships, including being amongst the best in Division II with our swimming programs and women's basketball. We have won conference titles, our coaches have been recognized as some of the best in the country, and our student athletes named All-Americans and All-Conference players. We will continue to strive for that excellence. I'm excited for the emergence of our non-NCAA sports and what they will bring to our university. They will give us another group of student athletes that the opportunity to get a quality education, compete in the sport they love, and be a part of something special at Drury. We will be involved as an athletic program in our campus as a whole and in our greater Springfield community. I am a big believer in giving back and being visible on our campus and in our community. Service will be a big part of who we are. Relationships are a two-way street, and you will see our student athletes and our coaches engaged in our community. Family. Let's complete our Drury family with our campus, our fans, our boosters, our alumni, and our friends of this great university. Without you, none of this above mentioned is possible. Many of you in this room bleed scarlet and gray. You are all what made the experience for our teams so magical many years ago. You are an integral piece of our success and the collegiate experience. From your financial support to your attendance at games to your hugs and words of encouragement, we cannot do this without you. I know I'm speaking for our coaches and our student athletes as well. We want you to be proud of who we are and what we represent. We will work hard to restore the roar of this amazing athletic program. I am here for you. As I have preached family and togetherness, I want you to know that I live it every day. I am fortunate to still have both of my parents, and they are both here today. They taught me from an early age the importance of hard work, humbleness, kindness, and character. They have supported me in everything and anything that I have pursued. They have been my biggest cheerleaders and my biggest critics when I needed it. I am lucky to call them Mom and Dad. And boy, am I glad my dad did not get rid of that red jacket. And one time, say you will. My only regret today is that my two brothers are not here cheering me on. But I know they are proud of me. They allowed me to be the person that I am, even if it meant for them to take a back seat. And I know both of them are celebrating in heaven today. To my two boys, Barrett and Kaylor, thanks for allowing me to be coach a lot and for sharing me with all of your sisters. For being stuffed in a trash can many a time. I know it hasn't always been easy being in the spotlight, but basketball has provided our family with many opportunities to see the world. The absolute best part of being back home is having both of my boys here and the ability to see those grandbabies. I love being a Grammy. I am proud of both of you, and I love you. I said I wasn't going to say it, but I have to. To my husband, to the big guy. 33 years, what a ride. I could have not done what I've done professionally without your love, patience, and understanding. It hasn't been easy being a coach's husband either, but you have persevered and our love is stronger than ever. And I can promise you nobody in here bleeds scarlet and gray any more than he does. Thank you for always being there for me, and I love you. If there's one little phrase that I've heard over and over the last, like this was any big secret, there's not such thing as secrets, but life truly does come full circle. How true is that today? Thank you once again to everyone for sharing this incredibly special day with me. I am honored to be a Panther once again.
Thought ahead. We'll open it up if you've got some questions for Nyla Milleson, for Dr. Cloyd. We'd open them up. So fire away, or we can break off into some interview sessions as well. But raise hand if you've got any, and we'll address it.
Look at me taking your job.
When you start, when you boots on the ground, when's all that start?
I've kind of enjoyed semi-retirement the last 9 months, and so we're going to put that on the back shelf. As I mentioned, my Hollister family has been very good to me, so I am going to be kind of in a consulting type of job, a role, and work weekends, work nights, probably one day a week, continue my duties at Hollister, and I'll start full-time in June. But I don't know in this business if you ever are not full-time. So I am here. I've got my feet on the ground, and we're going to get to work.
Nyla's title will be Consulting Athletic Director until June 1st. And so we look forward to having her then. And as she said, this way we get twice the work out of her, and, at least for a few months, and then we'll get, she work like Nyla Milleson. She'll be working very hard, I'm sure. And you all will be hearing from her. And she met with the staff this morning, and so everyone is gleeful. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
So with that, we appreciate you coming once again. Again, I'll be around to assist some media for some follow-up afterwards. Hope to see you a lot of you later on tonight over there. Men's basketball game tips off at 6 against Maryville, and then more basketball to come the final week of our regular season with games on Thursday and Saturday. So hope to see you back at the O later on tonight and later on this week. Once again, we appreciate you being here as we start a new era. Thank you again.